addressing each part of Step 4 at the thermostat, we have the opportunity to communicate to the customer that we are the experts by engaging them in conversation at the thermostat, asking clarifying questions, and making note of their answers. We have the opportunity to communicate to the customer that we care about them by engaging them, listening to them, and including them in the process. We have the opportunity to gather valuable information from our conversation with the customer, because many times there's more than meets the eye than just what's broken today. The goal of the thermostat conversation is to ask leading and logical questions and listen carefully to uncover what is important to the customer, how they feel about the operation of their system, as well as any expectations that they may have. To do this effectively, we will utilize the format of the Big Five. What's broken today? Comfort, efficiency, reliability, safety. Mrs. Jones, would you mind showing me how you normally set the thermostat? At that setting, does the system seem to reach your preferred temperature? We want to determine how the customer uses the system and allow it to prompt questions that help uncover what is important to the customer. Mrs. Jones, other than the problem that you're having today, are there any other comfort issues that I should be aware of that could help me with my diagnosis? Sometimes the customer doesn't know how to answer this question. To prompt them, respond with, "What I am looking for are issues you may have with sound or odor, hot or cold spots, temperature swings. Anything like that?" Okay, tell me more about that. We want to uncover the customer's pain with sympathetic, open-ended questions. Allow the customer to determine how important it is to be rid of the pain. Mrs. Jones, at this setting, do you feel like your utilities are in line, or do you feel like you are overpaying the utility company every month? Does it seem to be worse in the winter or in the summer? May I ask what your lowest monthly bill is and what your most expensive winter or summer bill is? When the customer expresses frustrations, dig deeper to find their expectations, and as they share, note to yourself if their expectations are realistic or achievable. Mrs. Jones, can you tell me how old your system is? Do you have chronic or frequent problems with it? Determine how often the problems occurred and how harsh the circumstances were, because the cost in dollars and pain for the customer will determine how much they want a solution. Mrs. Jones, when the problem occurred, did it trigger your carbon monoxide detector or smoke alarm? The reason I ask is that those devices are very important to the safety of your family. When was the last time you changed the batteries on those devices or tested them to confirm that they are working? Up until now, the customer has almost never considered that the situation could be dangerous. By asking about family safety, we create goodwill and trust with the customer and set ourselves apart from the competition. Can you show me where your primary air filter is? Are you good at cleaning it or changing it regularly? Does anyone in the home have allergies or asthma issues? This question has to be asked and drilled down on before any IAQ solutions are presented to the customer at a later time. With all these questions, don't just stop at one, but allow 3 to 4 leading and logical questions to clarify the customer's position. And remember, at no time in Step 4 are we providing solutions. That will come later in the process.